بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم انفعنا بما علمتنا وعلمنا ما ينفعنا وزدنا علما. اللهم وفقنا لما تحب وترضى وجنبنا الفواحش ما ظهر منها وما بطن. اللهم صل وسلم ذوي الهدى قاضي الطغى صلى الله عليه وسلم صلى الله عليه وسلم صلى الله عليه وسلم. We are just going through some different ahadith from the Muwatta of Imam Malik rahimahullah. So today we will go through the chapters on dua. باب ما جاء في الدعاء. حدثني يحيى عن مالك بن الجناد عن الأعرج عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال: لكل نبي دعوة يدعو بها، فأريد أن أختبئ دعوتي شفاعة لأمتي في الآخرة. Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu is a narrator in which the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentions that for every Nabi, for every Prophet of Allah, there was a dua which he made dua to Allah with, special dua, which he made dua to Allah with, like Nuh alayhi salam made dua, رَبِّ لَا تَذَرْ عَلَى الْأَرْضِ مِنَ الْكَافِرِينَ دَيَّارًا. Sulaiman alayhi salam made dua that, O Allah, give me such a kingdom that is هَبْ لِي مُلْكًا لَا يَنْبَغِي لِأَحَدٍ مِّن بَعْدِي. It's not possible for anybody after me. And Allah accepted the dua. The Prophet ﷺ said, my dua, I have secured it, I will use it on the day of Qiyamah to intercede for my ummah. So the Prophet ﷺ, he could have asked anything from Allah. There were days where he needed that dua the most. He was, so many times, he never had any food to eat in front of him. He had, stones tied to his stomach. His family had nothing to eat. He had problems. So many things. He could have used that dua for anything. But even at that time, he remembered me and you. He remembered his ummah. He said, no, I am going to reserve this dua, and I'm going to make this dua, and I will use it for my ummah on the day of Qiyamah. Can you just imagine how much the Prophet of Allah loved me and you? At every moment he never forgot me and you. We are going through the times where in the next few weeks will be Qurbani. The Prophet ﷺ is making Qurbani of two animals. One Qurbani he is making that, O Allah, هَذَا عَنِّي, O Allah, this Qurbani is for me, my personal Qurbani. And the other animal is making dua that, O Allah, وَعَمَّنْ لَمْ يُضَحَّ مِنْ أُمَّتِي, O Allah, I am making this Qurbani on behalf of all those who doesn't have anything to do Qurbani from my ummah. So he didn't forget me and you at that time. That is why the ulama, they say, when you make Qurbani, if Allah has given you the means, make one Qurbani on behalf of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam as well. He never forgot you, we shouldn't forget him as well. So the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says that my dua, I will use it to intercede for my ummah on the day of in the day of Qiyamah. وحدثني عن مالك أن يحيى بن سعيد أنه بلغه أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم كان يدعو فيقول, the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم used to make dua and he would say, اللهم فالق الإصباح وجاعل الليل سكنا والشمس والقمر حسبانا اقضي عنا الدين وأغنني من الفقر وأمتعني بسمعي وبصري وقوتي في سبيلك. Subhanallah. O Allah, the breaker of dawn, Subh Sadiq, when the day breaks, the one who causes that to happen, Ja'il layla sakana, the one who makes the night very peaceful, calm. We see in the night the noises of the day, the hustle and bustle of the day, the running around, everything becomes nice and calm. Even the animals, they become quiet. Yes, many people are used to nightlife and everything, but when you go to areas where people, actually go to sleep at night, then you will see that the night is very calm. Animals go to sleep, the different creatures of Allah go to sleep, the birds go to sleep. وَجَعَلْنَا اللَّيْلَ لِبَاسًا وَجَعَلْنَا النَّهَارَ مَعَاشًا. So Allah who has made this, وَالشَّمْسَ وَالْقَمَرَ حُسْبَانًا, Allah has made the sun and the moon, at a certain time. So the sunset happens at a certain time, the sunrise happens at a certain time, the moon comes out, at its time. It has its, times, allocated times which Allah has put in His place. Everything doesn't intermingle with each other, doesn't disturb each other's system. If it starts disturbing, then we have the eclipse that happens. Otherwise, kullun fi falaki yasbahun, Allah says that everything is moving around, circling in its own orbit. So, that Allah that has made all these big things happen. The day breaking of the dawn, big thing. Making the night into peace, great thing. On high level, macro level, micro, global level. Iqdi anna ad-dayn. Oh Allah, fulfill my debt. Now, my one little slave of yours, my debt is not a big thing for you. I have got certain debt on me, so Allah, fulfill the debt of mine. Imagine, such a powerful dua. That Allah, you can do all these big things to take place. You have the power to have all these things happening. Can you not fulfill my debt? Of course you have the power. This is not a big thing for you. And, make me independent from poverty. وَأَغْنِنِي مِنَ الْفَقْرِ. From all types of dependency, poverty, need. Wallah, make me independent. Make me only a person who needs you. I only want to need you. I don't want to need anybody else. I don't want to be in need of anybody else. To be in need of Allah is the greatest thing in the world. The most respectful thing in the world. And to be in need of the people is the most disgraceful thing in the world. How many times people are going to help you? Once, twice, and people say, this person has made a habit. وَأَمْتِعْنِي بِسَمْعِي. Oh Allah, give me full benefit with my sight, meaning give me full, vision. وَبَصَرِي, with my hearing and with my sight, so I can have the power to strive in your way. So Allah, give me good health, good vision, good hearing, so I can utilize this to please you, to strive in your path, to get close to you, all these things. So this is a dua which we should learn, and we should make this dua every day, at least once a day, or we should make this dua at least once in the morning, once in the evening. Such powerful dua. You could get rid of so many problems of our life. وحدثني عن مالك عن ابن سنان عن الأعرج عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال لا يقل أحدكم إذا دعا اللهم اغفر لي إن شئت اللهم ارحمني إن شئت ليعزم المسألة فإنه لا مكره له. The Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, he mentions that none of you should say when he makes dua that, oh Allah, forgive me if you wish. Oh Allah, have mercy on me if you wish. Oh Allah, if you wish, forgive me. If you wish, give me this. No. You should be firm when you make a dua. Oh Allah, you can't do it. That is why I am turning to you. Oh Allah, you have done it. Oh Allah, you will do it. Be firm. Oh Allah, I know you have the power to do this. I know only you can help me with this. So be firm. Because there is nobody who can force Allah. There is no Allah. You are not forcing Him. You are just begging Him. You are just asking Him. Allah, you cannot force Allah to do anything. Allah is, the greatest. Allah, at the end of the day, Allah will do whatever He wants to do. But you will get the reward for turning to Allah. You will get the reward for dua. Imagine. Every second you spend making dua to Allah, every minute you take to ask Allah, you are getting rewarded for it as well. So even those moments, sometimes many people, they feel, I've been making dua, but the fact that Allah gave you the ability to turn to Him, that in itself is the mercy of Allah. A person, he came to one Sheikh, he said that, you told us that whenever you have problem, you should perform salah, you should turn to Allah. So he said, I performed salah, I made dua to Allah, my job was not done. So he said, the fact that this problem came into your life, and you turned to Allah, you didn't turn to anybody else. Is that not a great blessing of Allah? That Allah actually gave you the ability to turn to Him. Allah made you stand in front of Him. Allah made you do sajda. Allah put you to be the closest in front of Him. Is that not a great blessing of Allah? Now maybe Allah has, kept something greater for you in the akhirah. We'll just do one or two more hadith inshallah. وحدثني عن مالك عن ابن شهاب عن أبي عبيد مولى ابن أزهر عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال يستجاب لأحدكم ما لم يعجل فيقول قد دعوت فلم يستجب لي. Allah will continue accepting your dua as long as you don't become hasty. You don't become, somebody who wants things to happen quickly. A person thinks that I make dua now, immediately the job should be done. Fast food, fast world. We want fast dua to be like burger dua. Instant duas. Allah has His own way of doing things. Allah has. Sometimes a person, he makes dua to Allah. Allah always responds to our dua. But there may be three results of the dua. Yes, I will give it to you. So Allah gives. Sometimes a person makes dua and Allah gives him straight away. Number two, yes, but not now. Maybe 10 years later, 20 years later. A little child is asking his father that, I want to start driving a car. Buy me a car. So the father says, yes, I will give you the car, but not now. 10, 15 years down the line. When you're old enough, when you're ready for it, then you will get what you need. So yes, but not now. Maybe it's not good for you now. Maybe it's more harmful for you. And the third, Allah says, I have something better for you. You asking this for me? No, I want something better I have something much better for you. Sometimes a person doesn't realize. So a person says that I have been making dua, but my dua is not accepted. How do you know your dua is not accepted? All these time that Allah has given you health, Allah is looking after you. You could have so many different calamities could have befallen you, so many different things could have happened to you, but all these things Allah has kept you going till today. Allah has kept you going. Sometimes a person looks back in his life, the last 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, and he said, SubhanAllah, I don't even know how I managed to go through that. I didn't even know. That was the help of Allah. That was the power of the dua that you kept on doing daily, regularly, turning to Allah. وحدثني عن مالك عن ابن شهاب عن أبي عبد الله الأغر عن أبي سلمة عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال ينزل ربنا تبارك وتعالى كل ليلة إلى السماء الدنيا. Every night Allah comes down, descends on the first sky. حين يبقى ثلث الليل الآخر, when the last third of the night remains. فيقول, Allah says, من يدعوني فأستجيب له. Who will make dua to me, who will ask me so I can respond to his dua. من يسألني, who will ask me, I will give him فأعطيه. من يستغفرني فأغفر له. Who will seek forgiveness from me, I will forgive him. Subhanallah. Every night. Now alhamdulillah our Fajr is quite early as well. MashaAllah, many people, especially Friday night, Saturday night, they stay awake, they think, chalo, Fajr pahila jawe hua lusha. So come to the masjid a little bit early. Or, 1 o'clock, maybe even at home, just read 2 rakat, 4 rakat, 6 rakat. Ask Allah. Turn to Allah. The mercy of Allah, the special, favors of Allah is very, very near you. Allah is right there. Allah wants to give you. The Ummah is going through lots of problems today. We look at ourselves locally, globally, what is happening. What is happening for the last so many decades in Palestine, what has been going on for the last 13 years in Syria, Kashmir. So many problems the Ummah is going through. Now we need to make dua to Allah that, oh Allah, take away the problems of the Ummah. Make us see the goodness of the ummah. We want to see the ummah in good times. If the 2 billion people in the Muslims, how many Muslims in the world today? 2 billion Muslims today in the world. Such a large number. That's like quarter of the world. Nearly quarter of the world is Muslims. If 2 billion Muslims was to turn to Allah, with sincerity, in the right way, begging Allah, do you think Allah will not help them? Allah will not help. So the Turkey situation, we need to make dua to Allah. This elections is coming in Turkey as well. And we need to make dua to Allah that Allah put the right people in power. Whichever Muslim country in the world, if the right people goes there in power, it will help the whole ummah. And if the wrong people are in power, the whole ummah will suffer. So they want to, the plan of the enemies of Islam is to bring the wrong people into power in Turkey. And they are supporting them, they are backing them, and they want to create the problem that they have created 13 years ago, and that has been ongoing, and thousands and millions of people have died in Syria. They want to bring that into Turkey. We need to make dua to Allah, that to Allah, please, don't let this happen. Your power is greater than everybody's power. We need to turn to Allah, beg Allah, ask Allah. So at least, whatever is happening in Kashmir, whatever is happening in Pakistan, whatever is happening Palestine, so many different, and now Sudan, Sudan, what is happening? Allah make it easy. So we really need to turn to Allah, and we really need to beg Allah, we really need to beseech Allah. Today before Maghrib as well, now we have moments, inshallah, we will make some dua to Allah. And every night make a habit of reading some tahajjud salah. One day somebody saw Hazrat Maulana Inam al-Hasan rahimahullah in the middle of the night. Now, he was going here and there, program, ijtima, jamaat, everywhere, all over the place. And then, he was tired in the middle of the night. So somebody just saw him in the middle of the night that he's just saying, labbaik, labbaik, labbaik. So he said, in the morning he told him that, Sheikh, in the middle of the night, Hazrat, you are just saying labbaik, labbaik, labbaik. He said, I was very, very tired. I was in a lot of pain. I couldn't get up to stand in front of Allah and make dua. But I couldn't ignore Allah as well. Allah was making these announcements. Anybody to ask me, I will give him. Anybody who wants forgiveness, I will forgive him. I never wanted to ignore Allah. So I said, oh Allah, labbaik, I am here. I want your forgiveness. Labbaik, oh Allah, I am here. I want you to give me. Labbaik, oh Allah, I am here. I want you to, accept my dua. So these are our pious elders. They never forgot Allah anytime, even in the middle of the night. Let us remember Allah at every moment of the day. And sometimes we don't even need to raise our hands as well. We don't even need to raise our hands. We went to meet Haji Nakhuda rahimahullah, he passed away in Medina last year. We went to see him in his house. He was emphasizing on muraqaba du'a'iyya. He was saying that, just put your head down and just turn to Allah with full concentration that, oh Allah, you have the power, please. You don't even need to say anything from your tongue. You don't even need to raise your hands. You just turn to Allah in your heart, full concentration. And sometimes, a person may be raising his hands, but concentration may not even be there. His heart may be somewhere else. Allah doesn't accept this type of dua as well. Ghafil, from a heart that is ghafil, Allah doesn't accept this dua. So he said, that is so powerful. Then he mentioned an incident. He said somebody, even turned away from Islam in South Africa or somewhere. So a lot of people went to speak to them that, what have we done, and things like that. So he said, I told one Maulana to go to their house and just do some, muraqabah du'a'iyya. So the Maulana went to their house and he said, I will go and get some tea for you or whatever. So in that few minutes, 5 minutes or something, the person, he went into deep muraqabah and he said, dua, just begging Allah that, oh Allah, please bring this person back into Islam. Make it. So as well as that person came back, he said, make me read the kalima. I want to become Muslim again. So those few minutes of turning to Allah with sincere heart, with full concentration, Allah changed the heart. When something comes out of the heart, it goes direct into the heart. Allah give us that heart that is always, begging Allah, turning to Allah, that is always remembering Allah, that is always doing shukr to Allah, that is always thinking about Allah in every way. Allah grant all of us the ability, inshallah. We'll go through some durood and then everybody can get busy in dua, inshallah.